the calendar. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry for the background. As you can tell, I am not at my own place today. Guess where I am? Let's see. I got a tweet. Like, I'm on my iPad right now, so I can't, schedule my thing. Oh gosh, I guess I can. Let me use this retouch. I became beautiful. You can see, you can see the kitchen. Okay, let me tweet. Sorry, wait for me. Wait for me. I need my new laptop. I need a new laptop. Okay. Where am I? Hi guys. Sorry, wait for me. I'm live now on YouTube. Okay, I wrote that. Good. How are you? How are you doing? How's everything? Oh, okay. Okay. Hey Yoko, how are things in Japan? Japan? Very good because Trump won and our TV keeps talking about Trump like all day long, like literally. It is amazing. We won! Yes! Exactly. What kind of laptops are made in Japan now? I have no idea. I don't use Japanese products. I'm a fan of Apple products because it's very simple and I don't care about the fashionable part, but as a creator, it's easy. Apple products are easier to use. I used to be a huge fan of like Android and Windows and so on. I know the nerdy type uses, different things, but uh, DT47, yes, Japan is excited about Trump. Seriously, man, because our country was very steady during Shinzo Abe administration. Very steady. His administration was so long. I think it was the longest administration in Japan, like post-war period, like post World War II period. It's the longest. Very stable, and even though there were times when leftists were campaigning against the administration for, like, for example, national security law and so on. They were against it, so they occupied the place right in front of the National Diet, like a Congress, building. But aside from that, our economy was steady, and of course, like during Trump administration, things were really, really good. We understand that Trump used to be like a just a celebrity, appearing in Home Alone movie and a super rich person and so forth. But he's like character, like owning his own TV show series and so on. Like we get the background of him. We don't have people like him, like rich people or like rich celebrity, like we do have people that appear on TV and so on, of course. Like we have our celebrities, but it's different. Like it's not celeb, it's different from that sort. But still, like we kind of have a good image of Donald Trump, and he's very iconic. He's so American, and because he was very nice to us, we are kind of like living 2016 again. The media is bashing him for being an isolationist and so forth, agitating the fear, like, oh, he's gonna ignore all the rules and standards and blah blah blah. which to a certain extent I do agree. Actually, coming from another country, like I do have concerns. However, they're like over exaggerating the concerns that rise from him. But like on a like a regularly, like people in general here, we love Trump because I think the uniqueness of him, as a character, it really helps. Can I quickly message my husband because he just messaged me and yeah, 今ライブ配信始めた。Okay. So yeah, Trump shock. They finally stopped talking about Trump constantly in their shock. Why does Japan love Trump so much? Because he is a good person and he is so fun and powerful, energetic, and he is so, I don't know, he's like a boss, right? A good boss. Oh, Super Chat, thank you so much, Bird Up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't have any birds around today, but yeah, thank you. Yoko Tax, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much, man. Like, guys, the last time I had a live stream, we were watching the election day together, how the vote counts go together, and that picture, like I took a Maga picture, I took a Maga picture that day, right, for thumbnail. And I posted that on X, right? Can I go back? I tweet so much, like, oh my gosh. Let me see. Wait a minute. Where is my picture? Oh, that's me dancing. This one, man. This. You saw this, right? Yes. Make America Great Again. This has like, what? 787,000 views, like nearly 1 million. And guess what? I got paid. I got paid by, it was like 60 something bucks, I think. But still, like, thank you for that. Like, you viewing, and I gained like, I think 10,000. Yeah, exactly now. I used to have the number of my followers on X was like 32K. Now it says 42K. There's so many of you Trump supporters. And as I said in my post, the left people agitate saying that Trump supporters are so mean and evil and racist and blah, 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 blah. I'm gaining followers because of Maga picture. You guys are so welcoming, and playful, I guess. Like, oh, there's a supporter in Japan, yay, right? Very open, cheerful, very uplifting. That's who you are. You guys are so positive and just, thinking about the world seriously. Thinking about cost and effects and so on too. That you see the big picture and so on, and you're not racist. I can tell, like, you showing up to this stream. If you were racist, you wouldn't want to hear somebody in Japan talking about politics, like my view about America. You would despise it if you were racist, right? But the funny thing is, that's what the left is doing. Whenever I show my interest, towards America or the world politics in general, I come from this Japanese background. Of course, I represent, Japanese, right? And when I talk about things based on my views from here, leftists attack me, right? They are racist. They can't even, like, I'm not talking about moderate leftists. Like, I work with moderate leftists in the world, because I work on human rights issues by China and Russia. Like leftist people, usually like moderate people, are very nice to me, and we see something in common when we work together. We don't care about ideology. We work on the common thing that we are fighting for. And however, extreme leftists, based on that, base their opinions on their emotions. They are so emotional whenever they see somebody that says different things from them. They see it as a threat, an attack, and they're often racist. So, yes. Oh, super chat! Thank you! Extra super chat, Berta! Thank you! This is a different camera angle. Are we going to be able to see the ghost chair move in the background this week? I am actually at my parents' right now. This is my parents' house. That's why the background is a little bit old. I grew up here, and my dog is sleeping on the couch. I wish I could show you guys my dog here. I bought him, and because our older dog died, Shiba dog, a brown version, big version. This guy, black Shiba, like a mini Shiba. So, and the old one died. My dad kept like sobbing at night, like every day, like my dog, right? Like I literally I was hearing that every night, and that was making me sick. So I just bought this guy, like, yeah, and he's still there, so that's good. But yeah, he is not friendly, like he doesn't like to be held and so on. So I can't show you, but you've seen his pictures before. 日本人はあまり自分の意見をはっきり言わないから I respect you a lot. Thank you so much. Yes, I am so black and white. Oh, I see many of you. Oh, 56 people. That's a lot for my live stream. Thank you so much. Let me talk about what you want to talk about, right? My concern, as I said earlier, I do. I'm your good friend, so I have to tell you, the standards and so on in the international community, I guess. And this is Yomiuri Shimbun from today. Yomiuri, you see Yomiuri, right? Yomiuri Shimbun. This is the largest newspaper, I would say. Like, it's read the most. It sells well. What's the core? I forget the word, but it's sold widely in Japan nationally, right? And because of that, they have a good business. They even own their group own a baseball team that's popular, and they have like pages of information. So that's why it's good. But anyway, they are a little bit leaning towards the conservative ideology. They have a somewhat conservative leaning is what I'm trying to say. And they have on the front page today, this is just talking about Japanese politics. And then because this is our current prime minister, if you didn't know, Ishiba. Yeah, such a dim, dark person, but yeah. And this is the new party leader of Komeito, because one of the governing parties, like these two are governing parties here. But anyway, so they replaced, they have a new leader, Komeito. The other LD governing parties, they have a new leader because they lost a lot in the last, the national elections that took place recently. But anyway, I want you to see this. You can read that, right? I showed you how to write this. If you haven't watched my short video, the recent one, I show you how to write this. I think I actually have somewhere. Oh, I have to reach there. But yeah, anyway, Trump, back in power. And it says like against China, it can be like, ups and downs, like confusion or like waves, self-claimed tariff man Trump. It starts like that. So they're talking about tariff man, and it's good that he is strongly against China. Of course, I am very thankful Americans for picking this type of policies. But I was this was interesting about where let me see. Wasn't it here? Like it's what I wanted to show you is, oh yeah, they're talking about Marco Rubio too. Japanese people love Marco Rubio. I know that for you guys, Marco Rubio is a traitor due to like immigration policy. That's what I heard back in 2015 to 16. But Japanese conservatives actually we like neocon type, because we are another country, we want more engagement. You guys don't want more expense, but we want more engagement, of course. That's how it works in, in the world. But still, yeah, Marco Rubio would be good. Yeah, and then I wanted to talk about. It doesn't say here, but I took a screenshot of some of the things that I want to talk about. What I'm concerned about, and it's the regular Japanese people's understanding, but Trump base his he's such a good negotiator. He's such a good art of the deal, right? Like he knows how to make deals. But seen by us, what's concerning about that is that he could base his policies and decisions and so on based on his personal relationships rather than the alliance and rule of law and so on. There was some. I wonder where I read it. I read somewhere, man. It was a good wording too. It appeared several times in this newspaper. Because that's our concern, that because as for Japan, what we are afraid of is the relations that he has with biggest one is China, then North Korea. Sorry, I'm counting like a Japanese person. This is what we do. 1, 2, 3. You guys, 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. But anyway, yeah, China, North Korea, and Russia, right? And so it's a lot of things are rumored, and of course, like we have to wait and see what he says, what he does when it begins. But we don't want because it's a political thing, that because we have all these bases, premises that we all agree on, and if Trump just prioritize others like Kim Jong-un, Putin, or who else, Xi Jinping, and so on, it could be a threat. By the way, I was interested in this article. It says that on the phone when Trump had a phone call with Zelensky, Elon Musk was there too to talk about his satellite and so on. That was interesting. Anyway, let me read your comments. Oh, Super Chat, thank you. I knew Yoko before the Maga picture made her famous. Oh, thank you. Bird Up is a sponsor of this channel, so a big shout out. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Hi, Yoko. Love from the Isle of the Man. How do I read that? Speaking of which, I just remembered about Susie Wiles, right? Susie Wiles. We see the news coverage of her a lot too already, explaining how much how good she is at management and so on of people. And yeah, like, so we get a picture. And also I saw the introduction of her, like Trump calling her Ice Maiden. Is it the word Ice Maiden? Yep, 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 yep. You got alcohol there? No, this is just water. Sundry mineral water. Yes, this is water. Is it interesting to see foreign water bottle? I like looking at foreign things. Oh, by the way, there is honey of Canada in Japan, right? This is Canadian. Canada. I'm so random, sorry. I'm random Yoko. Torampu. Yes, Torampu. I like Asahi Shimbun. Asahi is super liberal. Just so you know. Let's see your comments. Hi, Yoko. Shout out to your country for kicking out Johnny Somali. Thank you. So we got him out, and then South Korea arrested him, putting him jail in for 10 years. That's great. South Korea is so great. Oh, one of the things that that are talked about often here in Japan is that, so after Trump was elected, world leaders are calling him, right, to congratulate him. And our leader, current prime minister, he's he's just so dark. And he, even though he's a good politician, I guess, like locally, like nationally, when we see nationally, he was the opposition inside his own party, LDP, the governing party. So he doesn't have many friends. He's not good at communication. So the phone call ended really fast, and only talked about like three things or so, like just congratulating him, or we have the common strategy, like free and open Indo-Pacific strategy, and something else, maybe about military. I don't know what they talked about, but like it was like three things. And because he speaks very slowly too, like, yeah, he speaks so slowly that kind of irritates people like me, like, younger generation, and very dark, negative. And also he doesn't have experiences overseas. I believe he doesn't speak English, so he needs a translator, even to just greet. So it probably took more time translating and so on. And yeah. And meanwhile, the reason why I'm talking about this is because meanwhile, with South Korea, Trump talked so much, like way longer than us. I don't exactly remember the time. You probably can look it up. But yeah. So South Korea is just doing well. I'm a little bit jealous. Oh, thank you so much for your pink super chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I don't know why Asians do this. Like, oh, but you guys do that, all right? Wow, what's up with our hands? By the way, when we worship, like this is what we do. Like when we go to the shrine, or I have a mini shrine right here too. But yeah, too. It's like a spiritual Wi-Fi here. We have a mini shrine called Kamidana. Kamidana. Kami shelf, like God shelf. But yeah, when we worship, this is what we do. And before we eat, before meals, we are like, before and after. But anyway, super chat, thank you. Here's some incentive to get yourself a drink. Yes, thank you. I can only drink like Japanese sake. I used to like wine, but it's too strong. Or Bird Up gave me super chat too. Thank you so much. I think the war between Ukraine and Russia is going to end quickly with Trump's negotiation, but both sides are going to have to make concessions. I know. The It's interesting though that Trump just got elected. He has done some things already, but he's not even the president. He just got elected. And the world is reacting so much. There are already consequences in a good way. Nations are like threatened in a good way, right? Like European countries are obvious. They're like, oh, we need to get ready, right? Meloni, right? Her name, the Italy woman. She's the way she worded it was like John F. Kennedy, but Europeans have to do, you know, like they need to do what they need to do, kind of thing. Like finally they are waking up, right? But what was it? It was I saw a good what you call commentary here too. That Oh yeah, here there's a section of world view. It goes on. By the way, Japanese people love to know about international politics. So this is about like American missile deployed and China is angry, like in the North Philippines. That's China here China, Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, South China Sea. So China is here, Taiwan is here, and then Philippines. You see this black here, like America deployed missiles and China feels threatened. Really good job. And also over here, Trump, China, Trump, and blah blah blah. And Europe, national security, they have to be independent kind of discussion here. And so here, worldview. And this section says that European countries, Western nations, through the Cold War, so basically after Cold War ended, the world has been kind of stable compared to that. And America was able to build their superpower status based on the stability of Europe. And the burdens for American people for their tax, it was not very, very, it was, of course, it was not small. However, the merit for America, basically saying, like I have to translate that to, Europe has been steady and not like they're not going to war, and that's why that is beneficial for America, including like trades and where America stands and so on. So, of course, Trump is against like NATO because they don't even pay, right? However, the system itself, though, like it is contributing for America's national interests. Yeah, but it does say that the European countries shouldn't depend on America, but it's like just talking about the reality. Yeah. Oh, by the way, they're talking about Harris. This is Harris. This is Japanese lesson too. Harris. Arab. Arab votes lost. So Arab votes are lost in Kamala because she wasn't really clear on what she said, but it was not good enough for like Palestine type of people, and blah blah blah. Make America great again. Yes. It's funny. So I'm visiting my parents right now, and my dad loves politics too, and he was watching the TV news, and then it has Trump all the time now, right? Every day since his victory. And they often show, like on TV, they broadcast the footage of Trump's speech, and then towards the end, Trump says, like, of course, like, make America great again. My dad, my dad, when he was hearing that, he was saying that too, like, oh, make America great again. He's learning English through Trump. Azerbaijan, thank you so much. If we get this stream over 100 likes, Yoko will go on an extra hour and drink sake. We don't have sake here, though, I don't think. My parents don't drink at all. Maybe there's hidden sake, I don't know, but thank you, though. But yeah, as long as my dog is quiet, I can go on. Yeah. That a lot of people see, like a lot of Maga people. The number of the people that are watching this is the number of you. And it's interesting because, Harris supporter or Democrats in general, they say that, oh, Trump supporters are not educated, blah, blah, blah. But look at these people, over 80 people are watching me. What does that tell you? I might not be a famous scholar or anything, but I'm a journalist too. I write articles. I am influential here in my society too. I give commentary to Fox News or Breitbart and other. Yeah, like if you go to my website, I have a website, randomyoko.com. I put together recently, like I'm still working on the website, but I recently put together all the records, from starting from 2005 or 2015 or 16, because I have a lot and I still can't put together everything, but I put together some there so you can see, right? And but my point is, you guys are watching me. Why? Because you are curious. You want to know what Japanese people think about Trump and so on, right? Isn't that like education? That's like, you actually want to know, learn. You want to learn. And that's not like, and stupid people don't do that. Stupid people don't care. Yeah. Correct, Jane, you are funny. Thank you. Yep. I have to tell you, like, you Americans, I love you. You know that, right? And what I love about Americans is that the way, let me put it this way, like, I am somewhat positive or cheerful now. That is because I watch Americans all day long. That's kind of nerdy and kind of hentai, but like, yeah, weird. I know, like a fetish. I know it's weird, but like, and what I learn from you is that your attitude in life in general is very positive and cheerful, and like, even your protests, are very fun. Over here in Japan, everybody is dead serious. When we have like rallies or protests, we are like, raw, right? like, like, "Gambaro!" Like, we're fist and do this. Very like militaristic type of culture. But Americans are very cheerful, very soft, positive, uplifting. And you guys like to sing too. Trump is even dancing, so are the young supporters. It's really, you guys are very, such a light in the world, Some countries do complain because of their history, but no, you guys are, you guys are really fun and so on, I'm really concerned about Russia, though. What Trump does with Putin, the compromises will probably be made. But one thing I need to tell you about Russia, by the way, because I just saw this book which my husband wrote. Sorry to break some of your newbies' heart, but I'm married. But this is my husband's book, and my name is here too because I translated. But yeah, and it's about, if you open this book, it's so cool. Why? So it's beautiful. Japanese books are beautiful. Ta-da! Behind this cover, you see, cover. Ta-da! This is a map of Russia. See? This is Russia. And we are trying to, we work with, leftists too, right? Like moderate left type of people that are against Russia's colonization. This is what they are doing. All these nation states are there, right? When you hear Russia, it's like a big Russian continent, right? No, they are colonizing. So this book is about the coming collapse of Russia. The coming collapse of Russia. So, just thought that I should let you guys know about this because this is a movement called Post Russia Forum. Free Nations of Post Russia Forum is the official name. They have been having gatherings, like a forum, like internationally. I believe starting from Poland, Warsaw, it's Poland, right? And yeah, like as soon as the war broke out, they began to have this forum, internationally, and in Japan we are helping them. But yeah, this is very important because Putin is saying like, Ukraine was Russia and blah blah blah. It's not. This is about like Putin's recognition of history is wrong because he is colonizing other nation states people, and what they like, just like Soviet Union, they are cleansing them. So like this book includes the interviews of all these people, but what we learned through the interviews is that like the minorities, in Russia, all these ethnic groups, so-called ethnic groups, but I believe they are like independent people. So, but ethnic group people are in the way of Russia, Putin's Russia. So he wants to wipe them out. They want to make Russians like the race of his own. So they want to erase other kinds. So they, put those people in the battlefield. So they can naturally kill those nation states people that way. That's what Putin has been doing. And now North Korean soldiers, Kim Jong-un can attain fame, status, and money, and technology, and so forth through that, through the cooperation with Putin. However, his people are used like that. And it's outrageous. But as for the Russian situation, like I really hope that Trump does it in a smart way. Just for Ukraine, they just want Putin to stop invading, Putin is the aggressor, and we have to be clear about that. Like, it's nothing difficult, it's so easy to understand. Just after the collapse of the Soviet Union, Ukraine, right? And Russia invading. Like, you just gotta stop, right? You gotta stop Putin, not Ukraine, you know what I mean? So, but Biden administration, though, they didn't Biden was too weak. Like, he was so afraid of the criticism of his own people, or the European countries, to like he didn't want to upset the world. So he said like, oh, America is not going to go into the World War III. And probably Putin was like, oh, okay, that's a go. That means I can go into war, right? Because America is not going to do much. Even though America was able to drain Russia, we were drained altogether. The economy was bad, became bad. We are all suffering, you know. I guess America's economy is not that bad though, but you know what I mean. So, and Russia's problem, thank you for your super chat, I'll get to that. As for Russia, you know, since there are many of you, I want you guys to know that for Japan, Russia has been our enemy, right? The World War II, Russia, Soviet Union was our enemy, right? And when the war was ending, like Japan couldn't sustain anymore, and we were starting to surrender. And all the world leaders began to learn about it. And as soon as Soviet Union heard that, they hurried to invade here. And they illegally occupied our northern territories, right? They are still occupying it. Those are Japanese territories. We had a treaty, the neutrality pact. They unilaterally, they just dropped it and then just invaded, just like with Ukraine, right? They just came in. We fought, you know, our soldiers fought, you know, releasing the what's the word, like, you know, letting people go, you know, to escape. And it's, you know, bought some time by fighting, but there are many you know, people that were sacrificed by that. And also in Manchuria too, Japan had our place too in Chinese continent, but Soviet Union just came down to the south, and people you know, it tried to escape, but some were caught up, right, by Soviet Union soldiers. So they were massacred, and also women were raped and so on. And it's horrible, really, really horrible. And we haven't signed peace treaty between Japan and Russia. So it's what that means is that the war hasn't ended for Japan. On the top of that, now Russia, you know, Kim Jong Un is now working, like he has this like a partnership, right? Like officially, right? And you know, exchange is happening. But North Korea has abducted hundreds of Japanese people. Allegedly, like there are the list of the people that are missing from Japan. And our police has on their website, they have a list of the missing people, and it's the title 800, over 800 people. The title says that we can't, you know, get rid of the suspicion that North Korea took these people. And it's like hundreds of people, right? Officially, our government admits like 17 people or so, but they're the list, and they still have those people inside North Korea. Same for South Korea. Just from South Korea, they took people too, and other countries as well, Europe, and maybe America too, like other countries as well. So we have like direct issues with North Korea. That's why we are not good friends with North Korea, because they took our people, used them as Japanese teachers to nurture their spies to attack us and other countries, or like mainly against South Korea. But yeah, that's what's happening. So they're our enemy. North Korea is our huge enemy. They're still captured. They captured our people, abducted our people. They still have them. We have been telling them to return them. Only 5 people came back in like 2005 or so. Well, which year was that? 2001? I don't remember. Sorry, my memory. But like during Koizumi Bush era, I think. So that's it. So anyway, so yeah, that's why we are very cautious about, like, you know, Trump. I know though that at least from the last term, Trump did have common sense and rather pressured, you know. coming from Japanese side, we have to be careful because Trump is working for the people, America first. It's America's benefit comes first, of course, and so Japan needs to be able to do things by our own, right? Because for America, for example, North Korea's threat is long range missile, right? That reaches America, that flies over the Pacific Ocean to reach California and so on, like right, long range. So as long as that is not there, America is fine militarily. Even though the threat of nuclear power technology is a threat, still, that's his main concern, I think. But for us Japanese, that's not good enough, of course. So our politicians have to push him. I just wish that Shinzo Abe was still here with us. Oh, thank you so much for super chat. Putin has been trying to colonize for years. Then Trump comes around, and Putin stops for 4 years. Then Biden comes around, eats ice cream, and takes a nap for a while Putin gets back to colonizing. Yeah, Biden was so made things worse. But don't you feel this fresh energy now? That everything is fast paced now? Like back in the game? I feel so good after Trump got elected, seriously. Yeah. I do believe that, Trump often says that this is something that we can't tell because we don't have a time machine and we can't go back or try out different scenarios. But I do believe that if Trump was in power, he continued to be in power, yeah, I don't think that the situation that we are in, like, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Trump is really strong, and we need that. I saw that Russia sent in North Korean soldiers in the untrained war. Yes, seriously. Like, something is wrong with Kim Jong-un too. What's interesting though, that I don't know if it's true, but there are reports that I saw, like North Korean soldiers are now watching porns. It's restricted in their home, they can't watch porns in North Korea, and they are watching it because they're not there and so on. Seriously, I think Ukraine had that strategy too, to invite them to surrender. That's a good strategy because that's what, as I said before, South Korea often does that. The Korean peninsula, it's just divided in between, right? So South Korea often flies like a balloon type of thing, I think, that they just, send stuff through the air, right? And so they attach like USB full of South Korean entertainment, like movies and TV drama and so on in it, right? Together with the flyers, with like how South Koreans are having this free, like beautiful, like technology world, enjoying the luxury, and then so they pack all those things and fly them to North Korea. North Korean people can see that, and they're like, oh, "What is this?" Right? It's such a culture shock, and they lose the will to fight and so on too, right? Like it really attacks their mentality because they were so proud, but it scratches their ego and so on. Yeah, and I saw early on that when it was people began to say that, oh, North Korea will join the war in Ukraine. I saw the footage from the Ukrainian side of like they have the camps for those North Korean soldiers that surrender. We have all these things, including cats and so on. Yeah, yeah, it's magic to them. Yes, that's why North Koreans responded with balloons with bags of literature. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They send back like poop, right? Yeah. I don't know much about Shinzo Abe, but he seemed like a genuine man. Yeah. Shinzo Abe was so charismatic. He was born in the politician family, and also he was very rich, and he's just so sophisticated, but funny too, and very charismatic in a way of policies. He is the guy. Like now, the world has like our side, free world side. Developed countries. We have the strategy of free and open Indo-Pacific strategy, right? America, like Trump, listened to that too. Like he, reflected that strategy to your politics as well. But it's originally Shinzo Abe's security diamond idea. Why? I don't know exactly what it's called. Like a security diamond, and it was like a security diamond, like a diamond picture, in the around Japan, right? Japan, India, Australia, and America, I think, like security diamond, and it evolved to be Indo-Pacific. That concept of Indo-Pacific is a new thing, but yeah, Shinzo Abe worked on it, so he just had a lot of good vision, how to fight back and so forth. So yeah. By the way, speaking of fights, I'm a little bit concerned about China too. It's good that this tariff man, Trump, is gonna impose tariff against China, but at the same time, it's like, of course, like temporarily we can, we should bear, but tariff can attack Japan too, because yeah, like he was talking about here too, that Japan is deeply financially connected, like with trades and so on. We are deeply in ties with China, so like when China falls, we can we're gonna suffer too. But it's important though. It's like you gotta, if it's temporarily, right, it's okay. So, but I don't know how bad it's gonna be. So I'm a little worried about that. But hello from America. 久しぶり。Oh, me there. Yes. 元気そうでよかった。発信してくれてありがとう。アメリカと日本もっと仲良くなりますように。イエーイ。ありがとうございます。そう願います、私も。I'm an American and I have always been interested in what the Japanese people of the nuclear think of the nuclear bombs. The majority are against it because we are brainwashed through our education and media. Yeah, people believe our people's mentality is pretty much the same as Obama when it comes to nuclear weapons. The world without nuclear weapons is the ideal of the majority of Japanese people. It is silly, in my opinion. Japanese people, like what our education tells us is that because we were attacked by atomic bombs, because of that, we shouldn't, as the victims, we shouldn't have nuclear weapons in our country. And my husband and I, we are strongly, like people like me are strongly against the way of thinking. I'm like, because we were attacked by nuclear weapons, we should have nuclear weapons, right? Like if you are attacked by a gun, you want to have a gun to fight back, right? But we have the Constitution. It was actually Biden, I know that Americans learn in school that, you know, America wrote the Constitution of Japan, right? The base of the Constitution. And Biden, as the high executive, like top level person, like the vice president of the US at the time, it was actually for Hillary, you know, when she was running for the election back then, presidential election against Trump. Biden was there to make a speech for her, and he said that, like, because it was actually like he was trying to refute Trump, and he said, "Oh, doesn't Trump know that we wrote the Japan's constitution?" And it was such a inappropriate thing to say, you know, as a top level guy from America. So that was such a news. But Japanese people, you know, conservative people were happy about it that he said that, because it's official. You know, we've been saying that America wrote the Constitution, so that's why we need to have our own, or at least revise our Constitution, right? America, because we are good allies now, but at the time we were enemies. We were fighting against each other, and at the time America wrote our Constitution, so it was there to bind us. We were the threat at the time, so America bound us, right? So we need to get out of that cage, right? And in that, in the Constitution, it says that we can't strike, like we can't have military, and we can't strike first. So people, of course, in school and so on, we have to learn that this is our Constitution. It is wrong to want to have the military because we were bad people back then, and that we shouldn't have, we shouldn't go into war, and we shouldn't attack other countries first. That's the beautiful world. That's what we learn in school. Just like your white guilt, you know, oh, white people did horrible things to, like, what, indigenous people or whatever. And then, you know, you are imprinted by guilt, just like that. Japanese people are, we have war guilt. And that limits our way of thinking about politics. However, the war in Ukrainian people are fighting, and many are dying and so on. So much sacrifice is happening for their own country. But the bright side of that sacrifice is that Japanese people, many are waking up because of that reality. That many people in Japan believe that if we, you know, just wish and hope for peace, then other people will not attack us. Of course, it doesn't work like that, right? Land power people like Russia and China, they want to expand to the sea, right? They want to expand. So it doesn't work like, please don't come, you know, yeah, let's have a peaceful world. You wish, right? But yeah, so that's our mentality. Anyway, wasn't Rahm Emanuel Obama's buddy? Yeah, from the same place. Yoko, your military is fierce, so somewhat understandable. Yeah, do not feel guilty unless you want to take by force. Yeah. Seriously, man. Other countries, what's crazy about it is that Japan, of course, we don't have nuclear weapons. But India has, right? Doesn't Pakistan have nuclear weapons? Isn't that crazy? Why don't we have that? And those countries have it. What? And South Korean people want nuclear weapons too, I believe. So, like, it's so interesting that South Koreans get it, you know, when it comes to military stuff. But Japanese people, we are just brainwashed and we can't think normally. So, I use peach emoji to replace the word but. I see. As an American, I know we Japan US had a rough past, but I have to say I admire the Japanese and have nothing against them. That's great. That's great to know. I think that you guys actually made Japan very American. It's like our cultures are very similar. This is what I say often. You know that like we our living standards are very close. You know, like if you look at the whole world, we have actually more things in common than you think. We have the common values, you know, like what's good, what's bad, rule of law, and freedom, that sort of concepts. We get it, right? And we like technology. We like to advance technology to prosper and so on, right? And we like to have an order in countries, you know, and we are against dictatorship and so forth. And so we have a lot of like common grounds, you know, as a country. And it's really, and both of our country are big, you know, in the world. Of course, America by far is big, but Japan, it's so weird. Our population is declining, and also we have a lot of restrictions that we stupidly impose to ourselves. So that's why our economy hasn't been able to, you know, expand, but or get better. But at least like if you compare with like European nations, we're at least right now. I think Germany passed us when it comes to GDP. You know, it's America, China, Germany, Japan now probably, but we are still like, you know, above other like European nations. It is crazy to me when I think about it, because the image that I have towards Western nations is that they're ahead of us, but actually, Japan has a big population, broad land, you know, like territory, and we have a strong economy. So, but anyway, I keep talking about Japan. I should talk about America too, right? Anything about anything to talk about? I took a lot of screenshots. Oh yeah. Oh, this is from yesterday. I want to show you somebody from your country. Oh, by the way, this is a series, so like this is from yesterday, and you see Trump. Oh, this is the one like deal, diplomacy. The acceleration is feared. This is the one, not today's newspaper. This one says that. Yeah. So if it's based on deals, it's kind of scary. Yeah, because like we don't want to weaken America, you know. If you don't engage in international, like a global stage, then other countries will not respect you as much. We could be threatened by your country, but we will lose respect if you don't engage, you know. But what's interesting about Trump is that the content of the threatening of him is that he's actually talking common sense. Like NATO, for example, they are supposed to take care of themselves. And even though America had, of course, like they gained national interest, like I said earlier, the stability of Europe is beneficial for America. However, it's not America's role to control them or lead them or, you know, financially support them, you know. So European countries just have to pay. Like Poland, their budget, you know, budget for their like what's it, the comparison of GDP is way above the usual standard, right? Like Poland is amazing, and but we've I think it was the former foreign minister of Poland. I think that we met actually at the forum of this. This I introduced the forum. The lady said that like how was Poland able to boost their defense budget? She said just a decision, that the like mentality, they just decided, right? It's really important. Just decide, your will as a country is important. And I want to show you somebody from here. You're gonna hate this. And I'm smiling. I'm a bad person. Because it's probably funny to you, Oh. This is from yesterday's, right? Who's on our newspaper? La! John Bolton. Bolton says here, Trump isolationist, seeking for isolationist. Definitely, without a doubt, more dangerous than the first term. But he does have a point though. Like as another country, in order to think objectively, what he's saying is actually important for us. Talking about, sorry, it was the pot. Yeah, oh yeah, he said, John Bolton says, I'm going to translate for you. Former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, during Trump's first term, Shinzo Abe gave the most influence on Trump. Tenacious and very, like, he endured a lot for Japan. But currently, who would give influence or affect Trump would be rather hostile nations like Xi Jinping from China, Kim Jong-un from North Korea, and probably those people learned how to withdraw what they want from Trump during the first term. And there are two kinds of isolationism in America. That the kind of isolationism that will not engage in the world matters, like alliance and world framework, like reject them. Another thing is that focus on China, not prioritizing Europe or Middle East, but inside this isolationism inside the Republican Party is still the minority, and peace by force is the mainstream inside the party. And Trump focuses on like personal relationships of who he meets, and so John Bolton is hoping that he's gonna go for the right way. Dun dun. Now Oh, super chat, thank you. I'm surprised Bolton's mustache hasn't observed the rest of his yet. So yeah, I like his mustache though. It's well taken care of. Very neat. Like when I see American people, it's interesting, their obsession with beard or mustache. We don't have that culture here in Japan. Like beard, both beard and mustache. It's Japan has this hygienic culture, so like it's not hygienic to have beard and so on your face. You gotta shave, you know. But I guess that Americans like the manliness or the standy appearances and so on. Yep. Anyway, warmonger. Yeah, it is so difficult to see the balance. Like how much is enough and how much is too much. You know, because it's important that America takes a leadership. It works like after the Soviet Union collapsed. It's been the world order has been good, you know, like it's been stable. It was messed up recently, but for the most part, it was good, right? America led power and so on. But I but even if it's like as I said before, even if it's not Trump that was elected this time, America is in a decline mode. You know, it's just a flow in history. So key is Indo-Pacific, right, and global South investment. And Japan is gonna be the key country, my country, you know, as a leader of Asia, right? And the UK, I believe, is the key. So America can't do everything. So UK has to rise, you know, but they have this strategy of like they have this policy of global Britain. I study that. Global Britain, and they want to go to the east, you know, now. And they care so much about, they are investing in the Pacific region now. And of course, cooperating with Japan too. With the UK, you know, UK has the royal family. Japan has, I don't like the sound of that, but imperial family, you know. We have Tenno family. So it's very similar, you know, and we are both sea power. And back in the day, we had an alliance officially, and with the help of that, we won the Russian war in 1904 to 5. It's really important, the alliance. And so if UK can rise and Japan takes the leadership here, and America is there, you know, to make the foundation in the world, it will benefit, I think, to the free world. Yeah. I'm hoping though that Trump's tariff against China, even though it's gonna affect us too, so I can't like openly like yay, I can't be like oh, yay, you know, we're gonna have a hard time, but it's the fault of our politicians not seeing things through, right? China, like people just look down on China, thinking that even though communism was already there, people didn't realize that they would grow to be an evil, expansive communism country. But yeah, but anyway, so we have ties, but the temporary damage we can deal with that. Oh, thank you for super chat. I have to keep my beard. You have beard because of my wife says I look like Pee Wee Herman without it. Pee Wee Herman? What is that? I gotta look it up. Let's see. Pee Wee Herman. This guy. I don't know why I laughed, but his expression. It's just his expression. Oh, it's like, really? This is what you look like? Interesting. Why? why? Like, am I supposed to know this? Pee Wee Herman, film character. It's kind of like this picture, though, kind of reminds me of Mr. Bean in a way with this. Sorry for the sound. It sings Japanese pots, like boiling water. Yeah, Paul Rubin. I see. Is it good? Huh? How can he? Oh, it's on Netflix. How can he jump like that? Fun to watch when we were kids. Oh, I see. I only know like Ninja Turtles, Tom and Jerry. I had Tom and Jerry stuffed animal when I was little. The mouse. He's like Mr. Bean, I guess. Oh, I see. When we were kids, we didn't realize that Pee Wee was a pervert. Easy. Mouse. Yes. Comedy act. I see. Interesting. Yeah. I've seen a lot of American entertainment, so it is weird, like I think that my English still has to be polished, but like my gesture and so on, like when I speak, I move my hands and so forth, and I move in a certain way sometimes, but I learned that from like American. Of course, like I've had American friends here, so I caught their gestures as well. But every day, even right like today, I already watched some of American entertainment while getting ready and so on. But I watch Americans all the time. That I move like Americans, I think. Like if you if you come here, don't expect us to behave the way that I do, because I'm pretty Americanized. I'm proud of it. I love America, so I'm proud of it. But yeah, you guys move differently from here. It's so interesting. Yoko, tariffs will likely not hurt Japan much. There are a lot of Japanese-owned factories in the USA, which is intent of the tariff. Yeah, but the thing is that a lot of Japanese products, like, are built up in China, or like we use Chinese parts and so on. Like it's like complex, I think. And our factories are leaving China, relocating in other Asian countries still. Yeah. But I don't know how much is the damage though. I'm not an economic person, so I'm not familiar with numbers of economy, so I can't tell. But I just generally hear the concerns. But it's important to sanction or impose tariff and so on to China, though. I'm hoping that if Trump is strict against China, then China is influencing North Korea, for example, that is working with Russia, and China is contributing for the war in Ukraine as well. So hopefully it can have other consequences too. That's the optimistic part. Yep. The UK has not been doing well. Their Muslim population is incredibly problematic. Yeah, it's not safe there, right? Yeah, I clean shave on the regular now. Too many soy boys, soy boys, making beards look bad. Man, what I don't get about Americans with beard is that, see, even the transgender type, they are obsessed with beard as well. there's this scrawny white transgender guy, right, on TikTok. I don't even know the name of him, but like this very like long face white guy, kind of scrawny, and then he has a makeup on and beard. Why do you do that? That is not beautiful at all. What kind of sense does he have? Does she? Does he have? To me, that's a man. You know, at least be pretty, you know? That's not pretty. I'm sorry. That's not pretty. You want to see our transgender? I think she's transgender. Um, Man, I love our gay guys here. I know that if you're a Christian and you probably don't like like LGBT type of people, but look at our version. So pretty. Former man. Sometimes she shows her manly side to be funny, you know, because she has the man, the of course the given name, you know. So sometimes people call her with that name. Super cute, like so cute, so cute. Yeah, and so like we have this type of people here, you know. So like with that standard, when I look at the American transgender type, I'm like, what am I looking at? You know? Yeah. You can still tell he is a man because of the long face. Yeah, it's really like manly, you know, his bone structure and so on. How do we get on this topic? That's true. Oh, Nate, thank you, sir, so much for your super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yoko looks elegant as always. Thank you. Thank you so much. すごい今日は早い。ありがとう。You missed one of my five? Really? It's okay. That's the price of the soda. But it's economy. Really? Sorry, I rambled so much that I'm like putting my heart, you know. So, for me, oh wait, another 20. I missed that. Sorry. Stereo space. I can't read that though. This is what I'm seeing. This is my way of communicating with you because I can't show you that. Like I can't read that comment because it's his first time of a super chat and it's in the way. Oh, I wish I could see that. Thank you so much for super chat. YouTube is getting in the way though. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's a lot of money. Sorry for not reacting until now. Oh, there's a 5. I know we have a lot in common, but I still can't figure out the blow your nose quietly thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, Japanese people, we don't blow our nose in public. You guys don't like that. Like, what's the word? A sniff? What? Like, we do this and you guys feel disgusted, right? But when we blow our nose here, people feel disgusted. Both are disgusting, right? Yeah. Also, but thank you. Working tonight? Okay, well, let me send it as a super chat, so check again in a minute. Okay. Thank you so much for your super chat. Sniffing. Yeah, you don't like it, right? Is surgery normal for trans people in Japan? Like we don't have rejections, I think. Yeah, but like Japanese people have common sense, so it's not overly done, and many are biologically male, but they can still be pretty, and so they just be that way. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just looking through your comments. Trump used tariffs in his first administration. If tariffs didn't hurt Japan, then they will not this time either. Oh, I see. That's true. Yeah, same kind of policies, right? What's great about Trump administration this time is that just like before, I hear that there are those who that are strongly against China, and that is really really important for us Japanese people. So I am a little, you know, I feel safe with that, so that's good. Yeah. The problem of the dragging of the war in Ukraine is that, just like Trump administration is trying to do, like we have to focus on China. We keep dragging and dragging because of Biden administration, but we gotta end this and focus on China. Yeah, and you have like other problems like Iran and other nations, but they're connected. So if you attack the boss and weaken their boss, China, then they will all get weakened. So, konnichiwa. Sorry, I'm on the keyboard and I don't have Japanese characters. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. Konnichiwa. Oh, super chat. Another super chat. Thank you so much. Will you do a celebration live stream when Ram is finally sent back to his or Orc Cave in Chicago? Yeah, I should do that. But wouldn't that make me a bad person? I don't know. Like, if it doesn't appear negative, then I will. Like in your face type of celebration. But yeah. Oh, スバちゃんめ、さそうね、Thank you. ヨーコの税金払った。Yes, on this stream, you guys are supposed to pay the tax. Yoko tax. Not for America, but for Yoko. You can, you should decrease the tax in America and pay me instead. Yoko tax. Who's Ram? The U.S. ambassador to Japan, Ram Emanuel. Who was the ambassador before Ram? Was it Haggerty? No. Was it Haggerty? Wait, let me look it up because I should know this, right? 駐日米国大使. Probably Wikipedia will. Oh. Hopefully this has the list. Oh, cool. Yeah, before this is Bill Haggerty. And before that is Caroline Kennedy. Caroline Kennedy was loved here too. She was good. We just liked her because of her family background. Not really about her, but her branding, was good. Before that, I was too young to remember. But they have the name though, if you're curious. John V. Ruth, J. Thomas Seifer, Howard H. Baker, Thomas S. Foley, Walter F. Mondale. Man, yeah. But Haggerty was so good, and I'm really hoping that he has some kind of, I see his name though, rumored to be in part of Trump's administration, so that's good. Like he was so nice when Shinzo Abe passed. He and the Democratic Party side, incorporation, like they had a joint letter to Japan, commemorizing, Japan. So, yes. Oh, すばちゃん Thank you. ちなみにアニメ映画ルックバックおすすめ。ルックバック。今米国の映画館で公開中、超感動しました。ルックバック。What is that movie? I wonder if the information is in Japanese. Oh, this one. Fujimoto Tatsuki. I'm not familiar with anime and so on. So that's interesting. Cool, cool, cool. I should check it out. Nice. Yeah. Did you like it? よかったですか？先生関係ない。大丈夫です。It's not evil to wish disrespectful, crappy people to leave your land. That's true. Maybe I should be clear. Yeah, maybe I should celebrate and make it clear to American people, like, hey, don't don't send your garbage, right? Yes, yes. The Last Samurai was a Japanese classic. Changed my mind. Oh, cool. That's cool. I haven't seen Shogun, by the way. I should probably check it out. ネバダ州からこんばんは。トランプ大統領を投票しました。That's great. Nevada actually was Trump, right? Like Trump won in Nevada, right? That is amazing. Arizona, I believe, are still counting. But yeah. Love your channel. Thank you so much. That makes me happy. Thank you. Shogun is very good, yeah. I heard Shogun drama was good, yeah. I was joking about the last summer. アメリカの映画館で4回見た。4 times. Wow. I don't think I have ever done that. Did I? I feel like I went back for some movie, but I don't even remember. The movie I watched the most is 1900, about a pianist on a ship, and also Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and Titanic. Such a long movie, but Titanic was awesome. Bill Hagerty will be Secretary of State. Cool! That is such a good news for Japan, because he understands us. What about Marco Rubio? Rubio was in the listed too. I was watching a Japanese TV show. It's not a TV show, it's a YouTube show. I wonder if I have the screenshot. I took a picture of that somewhere. Let me see. いつだっけ? I don't remember when I took that. What? Where is that? I took a picture somewhere. Wait, it was Friday. It must have been Friday. Where is Friday pictures? Not yesterday, right? Oh, I wish I could show you that. I have so many pictures that it's not organized. Oh, here. Oh, it's bad lights, you can't probably see, but Hagerty, Roberto O'Brien, Robert Lighthizer, Mike Pompeo. Oh, Pompeo is not gonna be there though, right? Tom Cotton, Marco Rubio. Japanese people are, watching. Even watching, like before the assignment too, like we watch closely, of American politics to see what happens. Like seriously, like we are like America. We care so much. Well, Japan, by the way, we are talking about cyberspace too. What else about Trump, I wonder? By the way, Japanese people are concerned about our own leader, Ishiba. Right now, our Prime Minister Ishiba isn't good in general. First of all, like Trump probably by now knows, like it's rumored that, of course, he knows that our current prime minister was the very enemy of Shinzo Abe. It's like everybody knows that here. It's on the news all the time. We were seeing the battle on TV too, so like, yeah, really bad. And Shinzo Abe was like, just don't, like, no, like, never ever pick Ishiba for prime minister. But because Abe is gone now, he was killed. So now Ishiba is the prime minister, and he doesn't have like, I'm Americanized, right? But not him. He doesn't even speak English. I don't think he does. And he's not communicative, you know? Still, though, I heard the name of the translator actually during, Abe Trump time, the Japanese translator. What was his name? I actually posted in Japanese, but there's somebody that was translating, this Takao, Nao Takao, Mr. Takao. I gotta say it like English, Takao, or Nao. Translator from Foreign Ministry. He probably grew up in America, I think. He came back when he was about 15 years old to Japan, and then after studying for 2 months for the entrance exam of high school, he got into this one of the hardest schools in Japan, and then went to Harvard Kennedy School, graduated. He can play the piano like a pro, and then he became the Shinzo Abe's translator to meet Donald Trump, and they have met so many times now. Like this information is from 2019, and at that point, like 30 times he translated for Abe, for Trump, like so many times, and Trump remembers him. So that's good. So at least like translators are good. So hopefully he can translate on many levels, I was wrong. My mom likes Ishiba's father, not Ishiba. Oh, I see. Oh, how many, like, I've been talking for so long, guys. I heard my dad upstairs. Like, he usually works here. I'm like pushing him upstairs. Oh my gosh. I should go probably. Yeah. I'm so grateful that my dog has been quiet too. Love to see Trump supporters from Japan. Yay! Man, we gotta cooperate internationally, Yeah. I told you a lot of concerns. I wish that I could tell you like uplifting stories about Trump before I go. All these Japanese people like Trump though, in general. Extra Yoko. Thank you so much. I don't know, as long as the battery and my dad allow me to. Thank you so much. That is a lot of money you gave me tonight again. San Francisco voted out the woke mayor, London Breed. Cool. Cool. It's interesting to see that inside California, even like if you see the map, there are a lot of red. So interesting. So some people are saying like, oh, Trump supporters are not, like, voters are not educated. But what about the regional differences, So interesting. But long time no see, Yoko. Long time no see. Thank you so much for coming back to this stream. By the way, they called Arizona Trump about 3 hours ago. Really? Cool. Congratulations, guys. Such a big landslide victory. And triple red, right? So called triple red. It's massive. Like, seriously, somebody needs to make a movie about Trump. His life, like, if you look at his life, oh, it's so much, so much. Like, even his business, he had to rise up again and again. And he was popular on TV and everything too. He got married, divorced, married, and repeated. He has many kids and grandchildren. Strong grandpa. He won the presidential campaign. He became the president. Then 2020 happened, and then he came back. He was nearly assassinated multiple times. Like, his friend is assassinated. Can you imagine that? To see your friend being killed on camera, Shinzo Abe? Like, they were close, really close. So, like, so much he's going through. And now he's back. And seriously, like, if he truly, does what he says he will, like end the war and so on, seriously, as I keep repeating, like, he will be legendary even more. Azerbaijan, thank you. Yoko, tag stay forever or we will cry. Don't cry. Never underestimate the ability for the Republicans to let you down and do nothing. Oh yeah. Yep. Landslide. Man, seriously, like, the Japanese people, we have a hard time because, like, if you see, like, for example, this says Ukraine, not Ukraine, Ukra la, or Toramp, Ukraine. It's a la di do de lo. We only have the sound of la di do de lo, la, not L or R. So, like, whenever we see in, like, katakana, our way of writing about foreign sounds, we don't know which, like, if it's L or R. And my tongue sometimes is very lazy, so yep. Anything else to talk about? I hope you and Hida get to meet Trump in real life during this administration. Oh, thank you. I hope that, because I gained so many Maga supporters, I realized, like, oh, this is what I should do because, like, like, studying about America, reading newspapers or books or online articles and so on, it doesn't pain me, I am interested. So, like, even though I'm actually making efforts, it doesn't really burden me. So, like, I'm willing to serve, And as long as there are reactions and so on, engagement from my followers, then I can go on, right? Because it's fun that way. And so, yeah, I want to do that more. And then eventually, I hope that Trump senpai will notice me. And then look back to this moment, like, oh, Yoko was saying that. That would be so cool. There are many influential people here, though. Like JCU, for example, the counterpart of ACU. Here we have JCU, Japan Conservative Union. And they often, every time CPAC happens, they have people follow them to America. And if the requirements meet, then they can let people meet Trump as well. They have take pictures together and so on. I could tag along, but I would need money, right? To travel and so forth, like all the things, all the necessity. So like, yeah, that's luxury. But I can do it by my own, maybe with you guys. If you make me famous, if you make, support me financially, then maybe one day, hopefully, before he, you know, before his term ends. Yoko interviews Trump in her home. Let's go. That was so funny. This is my bedroom, and just talk to him. Do you see people with Maga merch out in public there, Yoko? Yeah, but they're like the passionate kind, Japanese people, like Japanese conservative people in general, we all like Trump, and also we are thankful for the friendship that he had with our favorite Shinzo Abe. But those passionate people that are doing like a march and so on in Japan, or visit America singing a certain song and so on, they are religious groups. So they're good people, but I have no idea what the executives of those organizations are thinking. I don't know their agenda, so I can't say what they stand for. But I know the people in person, and they're really hardworking, good people. Yeah. But the thing is that I have to say, though, like if I am to see objectively, like they don't represent the ordinary Japanese people. So, yeah. But generally, we just like Trump. And also, like, I think it's a Japanese culture that we just like powerful people. You guys like rich people. It's your culture. Like, I don't know how much you realize it, but you like rich people. Like American dream and rich people. That's your favorite thing. Over here, we just like powerful person or people that like our leader, like whoever the leader is, we try to make it entertaining. We have fun, try to find the common things and to feel attached and so on. We try to have a good time, with the leadership. So yeah, with Trump too, that's like that. Oh, super chat, another super chat. Thank you so much. One final word: salad from Kamala, because if you eat salad, it's healthy. You can speak more words, and with words we can communicate and share our different words. So salad is good. Ah! I'm gonna miss her nasal voice. One final word of salad from Kamala. Like, I can't do that. I can't impersonate her. Like, the way that she speaks is like, yeah. I'm eating my hair. Yep. Thank you so much for a super chat. Thank you. I can't think of a bigger Trump supporter in Japan. Thank you. Elon Musk is not only rich, he is super genius too. Speaking of Elon Musk, I am actually thankful for Vivian, Vivian, his son. Even though it's a tragedy for his family, because of Vivian, Elon Musk, it's probably not the only reason, of course, but I think that it reinforced his, intent to support Trump a lot. Like he says it, the political correctness killed his son or something like that, right? Yeah, it's such a tragedy, seriously. And like he's going through the rebellious time, so probably just confused and everything too. I think it's so hard, to be the son of super rich, super famous person worldwide. It's different from our regular life. So I bet that things are different to begin with, but because of him, Elon felt the need even more to support Trump. So we should be thankful for, the guidance. Like, yes, like if you look at that part only, like what has happened to his son, we see as a tragedy, but in the big picture, it had to happen to push him to support Trump. So Trump, and therefore Trump can help us all. So Biden too, his administration scattered around everything, It's like gravity is gone. But Trump, because of that, people learned the lesson. Now we can go back after, having Trump as a leader, and Trump can organize. What's great about Trump team this time is seriously the Susie Wiles. I am very like I have high expectations for her. I heard that she was helping him before, but because she has that place like chief of staff, something I don't remember the name yet, but like she's appointed, right? So it's gonna be really good. I think that it's like a updated version of the first term. So I am excited about that. Like when things are organized, it's gonna be good. I bet that it's so difficult though to keep the balance of Trump's need and world leaders' need and so on. Elon cares about Japan. Yeah, he visited here recently. I think, was it this year or last year? He came here. I wish I could have seen him. I I think I could have had a good conversation with him. Because I have a lot of ideas. First of all, I want him to buy Mirative, the Japanese service for streaming. They're in debt, I think. Yeah, like a lot of kids play games, on tablets or smartphones, right? And Japanese people like to stream because that's how we communicate now, just like other countries. And but like on X, we can't do that. You can live stream, but I don't think that you can live stream the screen, right? So, but yeah, Elon Musk, seriously, I think he contributed a lot. We gotta, as for the victory of Trump this time, we have to thank three people, I think, iconic people: Elon Musk, Biden for the garbage comment and everything, and Baron Trump, Baron, for pushing his dad to go to Joe Rogan and so on, like long podcast. It really was a push. Like over here in Japan, we are talking about it too. The change of platforms, of media. It was the same here when we had gubernatorial election earlier this year. There was this new guy, former mayor of Hiroshima Prefecture, I think, but he was not known. This guy, Japanese guy, that was the candidate for the gubernatorial election this time. Nobody knew him. Nobody. I didn't know him, but I heard the rumor before the election that there was this like YouTuber kind of guy, that is like using YouTube very well. I'm like, and actually my gamer friend from like he is like 20 something years old, much younger than me. He asked me a question about him because younger people look at social media. They don't read newspaper. They share it, but they don't, right? So they watch YouTube videos or TikTok videos. And then he knew me, my gamer friend knew me, so he asked me questions about him, and I'm like, nobody cares about him, like like I told him all the analytics and so on about the election, And he was like, oh, because it was different from what he was seeing, the bubble, right? But the guy, the election, the candidate actually rose to the second place. So the whole entire Japan was like, what just happened? It was social media, the usage of social media. Even though he's not a good debater, they cut out the part where he looks good, and also he just chants all this abstract policies that's not realistic too. Just abstract, just slogans. He doesn't talk about policies in details. But young people that don't know politics but kind of frustrated or not really happy about the life they have right now, they feel attracted. And Trump kind of has that, right? That he's such a very iconic person. He's a really famous celeb. So, and he can become a meme, but not Marco Rubio or any other. Nobody can do it the way Trump can do, right? Like, if a candidate works at McDonald's, people would feel annoyed, right? It only works because it's Trump. And there are lots of he's just so lovable on social media, and he helps a lot. And the podcast helps a lot, as Elon Musk was pointing out in an interview with Tucker Carlson. People, like smart people, reasonable people, they just listen to people for hours, just like you guys are doing. Oh, you guys must be smart, right? Sit together, listen to the person for a few hours, and then decide if the person is good or bad. And they decide by themselves. They don't buy the talking points of the mainstream media. And that's the new world or a new time that we are living now, I think. Trump changed how to become popular in politics. Yeah, he changed the whole game forever. You must be bombastic. Yeah, I agree. Trump got super popular because he was appearing everywhere, ex YouTube, Joe Rogan, in public, etc. Yeah, I think so too. And also, like I was saying, like, do you guys, some of you remember that I was saying that Trump has to come back to X? I kept saying that, like after Elon bought Twitter, I began saying that. I was saying that, and Elon actually made it happen through the interview of Trump. So good, such a man. Like first freed the Twitter, community or space. It had negative consequences too, to be honest. Japanese people, we are having troubles. However, it's just I think that any change is temporary, right? We humans, somehow we have this special ability to adjust ourselves to new environments. And Elon, at least, he made community note function. So now we can, like we are responsible too, I guess, that we don't we don't want community notes to our own posts, it looks bad. And like it was before, like whether it's mainstream media or old Twitter, it was like elites telling you what to think. But today it's just it's turning, what I see is it's turning into the reflection of the real world. It's the community, it's the people, and we correct each other and so on in a visible way. And yeah, so it's very interesting, and I'm really thankful for Elon to monetize in too on X, so that I can do the things that I can do too. Like it's helping me. It's a small amount, yeah, but it's very hopeful, right? Yeah, and for America too, I think that Elon Musk can really, really, help you with your country too. He's such a good kind of immigrant, isn't he? He is amazing. Like because of him, like he probably is ambitious, and that's why he helped Trump too. Because he's a business owner, and he wants to, invest in space technology, AI technology, crypto technology, and so on. Like all this like future infrastructure is something that Elon Musk wants to build, right? And it's really like such a great friend to Trump. Trump, I think, is benefited a lot from him too. Not only like financially, but the technology that he can offer. It is amazing. It's so cool that American, like what I'm talking about is America. And we have amazing things here too, but the scale is just different. American level is like here, and Japan is like here, Like our technology wise, it's weird. We can compete, but like, oh, like you guys are free. I think it's important that freedom is key, seriously, because Japan, for example, like as for like opinions and so on, we are very much free. And people don't like to conflict, but we are like everybody just allows everybody else to have their own opinion and so on, and then we can say whatever we want basically. So that's good, but yeah, but it's we we don't have the concept of freedom because we take it for granted. Americans, on the other hand, you guys have the battle with the leftists. They talk about freedom too, but different kind. And also it's like when I look at America, it's always the battle of like safety versus freedom, the control versus freedom. The liberals, what they say is gun control, birth control, whatever control. It's all like, if you look at all these policies that they have, it's all control, like literally. On the other hand, the conservatives are all about freedom, do it by your own self, and so on. Be responsible by your own. And that contrast is so interesting when I look at America, because our society is built differently. So we are like a big one family, So I'm starting to like my country again too because of Trump. I bet. I have American friends too, right? Like in person. And one of them, like when I exchanged messages, she said that she's in this like a celebration mode, that they've been celebrating since the victory of Trump. So yeah, like I'm really hopeful for you guys too. Like I bet that mentally it helps a lot too. I feel bad for all the screaming liberals though. I really hope that though that good heavy metal musicians will make a compilation of those screams and make a song, because they actually have a good growl and screams. I'm such a huge metalhead that when I hear a good scream, I know, and they somehow know that, like, rah, but like layers of voice. Like I'm like, wow. I'm looking at different things. Like they're like, ah, Trump, no, right? But I'm like, oh, that she could be a good singer, you know. There are some people that are doing it, but they should do it more. It's really good. It's really good because one chick that I saw, I think that she was watching with her friends, right? And probably on the phone with her boyfriend. I wasn't sure if it's from the election footage, but it seems to be. I'm not sure. But this blonde chick is like on the phone and she's like talking to the other person and she's like, "Go to hell!" and all the like metal words, and growling. I go, wow, do them more. Lefty losing it to rap video. Listen to Carol's lyrics by Sabaton. Sabaton, good band. Yeah, it's like it's really good. I want them to do them more. I'm from Australia. Actually, I just wish other countries for the best. Yeah, Australia. Ooh, in Australia, social media is banned for kids under 16 years old, right? Wow. But there are no any penalties and so on. But I think it's a really good thing to have that standard so that at least like parents can say like, oh, because of the law, this is the policy of our home, of our family. Like they can have that as a base. So that's good. It's really bad, like I personally, I have some troubles with the addiction, like especially after my ex began to do well. I'm constantly looking at the phone like, ooh, more followers, right? I'm human, so I do that. And I realize like I'm looking on the phone way too much. It's bad. Like I'm with my parents and I should enjoy that, right? Because I have a limited time with them. And I'm like looking at my phone and it's affecting my brain too. It's really bad. So it's important that adults protect children from that. Oh, super chat. Thank you, Hugo. You gave me earlier too, right? Super thanks. Thank you so much. I remember the name Hugo because I'm watching the TV show Lost. I know it's old, but I'm catching up. And there's Hugo. So great stream, Yoko. Looking forward to the next live. It's past 1 a.m. Okay, here in Texas. Okay, I'm going to bed. Have fun, everyone. Oh, good Japanese. Thank you. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Yes. Have a good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come back again next week. This is a weekly live stream, so yes, thank you. Don't feel bad for leftists. Oh, Trump's policy is to ban the surgery of like minors to change like a transgender surgery, right? That is really really good because when you are young, you just don't know. I told you many times that I used to be a tomboy. I was confused myself. I was straight. I knew that I was straight. I don't want to sleep with women. Like that's something I knew. But I did see the attraction though of females. Like when I look at other females, I guess it's a female thing. Like I can look at females sexually too if I want it. Like I get it. Probably brainwashed by my guy friends. But I can see that, it's very beautiful. Like I like beauty, whatever beautiful thing I love, right? And I was confused too until I one day somehow swap my face with my guy friends. Like you guys have like a swap application on phone. When I did that and saw my face as a man, I'm like, no. That's finally like I was like 20 something years old, like, or maybe hit the 30s. Like I finally realized like, oh, I don't want to be a man. Until then I wanted to be like I kept saying like next life I want to be a man. That's what I kept saying. Now I'm like, no. I think females are good. I learned finally. But so like kids, teenagers, there it's a sensitive time. Plus the biologically your hormone balance is imbalanced. So like you wanna take your time, to be first focus on being healthy, grow up and have a adult body, and then decide, because you're confused, seriously confused. Tomboy does not equal to being trans. I know. Can men be into tomboys? Yeah, there are some guys that like feisty women, The guys that liked me, in the past were they every time they say like, I like the fact that you are feisty. I'm like, is that a compliment? But yeah. Muscle girls. Yeah. You know what influenced me a lot, as I might have told you before, is that when I was young, or like little actually, I used to watch Terminator, and Sarah Connor. It's Sarah, right? The mom? Mom was in the Jeep having like guns and like this type of like pull-ups and so on in a mental place, or what you call the cell. Like she was doing this and like a training. Yes, Sarah Connor. Yeah. Like when I saw that, like a tank top, masculine, like I saw her muscles with guns, and she's just tough, kicks, right? I'm like, as and my parents at the time somehow had a Jeep too, so I felt the attachment, like I felt close, and like yeah. So when I was in, I don't know, elementary school, like I liked wearing tank tops, which is rare in Japan. I still do. Like I like tank tops, but Japanese people like to cover their skin. So, but yeah, I am I'm brainwashed by Hollywood. The females are so strong, and my dad was always laughing at the fact that women are so strong in Hollywood movies. Of course, because it's like left bias too. That bias is, I guess, has a lot to do with their movies as well. But like my my parents were laughing at that, like enjoying the fact that women are strong. So I guess that's how I grew the foundation. So, super chat, thank you. Trump's policy is not to ban trans surgeries, it's to ban federal funding of them for kids. Oh, I see. Federal money being used to promote them for minors. Oh, so they can still decide for their own, just funding for kids. I see. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the tax money to do that is wrong. I see, I see. Thank you for your correction. Yeah, I need to precisely understand too, so. Interesting. It's important to look at that sort of stuff though. At least like just like me, like I didn't misunderstand, but like you start thinking about stuff like that, right? Like that's what happened with abortion though, in a bad way, with leftists. Like women are like, Trump didn't ban abortion, right? It's just up to each state, right? But leftist women are like, oh, I can't get abortions and blah blah blah. So we gotta precisely understand. But people's attention goes there, so that's good. Jeep in Japan, interesting. I don't think I saw those much at all when I lived there. Yeah, it's not common. Sometimes, only sometimes, and like I don't know, like it's not even once a month, but sometimes you see like a pickup truck type of cars here too. And whenever I see that, I'm like, that's too big for Japan, and what are you going to carry? In the bag, like there are lots of space. We don't have, like, it's just weird. Did you read my super chat, Yoko? Oh, wait. Maybe I didn't. Wait. Before Hugo? Lots of comments, thank you. Sorry for skipping your comments. I don't mean to ignore you guys. Oh, this one. Thank you. Where's the chat? Trump working with China and Russia on some things doesn't mean support for their imperialistic efforts. That's true. Yeah, like keep your enemies closer type of thing, maybe. Just to control them better with based on close relationships. That'd be good. Yeah. Thank you so much for your super chat. I was that actually reminds me of alliance too. Like alliance. When you think of alliance, like oh Japan-U.S. alliance, for example, it's like we are good friends by that. But at the same time, like what it's doing dynamics wise is that you are actually stopping each other from attacking each other. Like we are friends, right? Right? Type of like alliance, you know. Politically, like politics is kind of like not emotional. It's just more reasonable type of thing, you know. So yeah, we just we're there, and it's like a good distance, you know. We are friends, but at the same time, by that, we are making sure that we don't go hostile to against each other. So, yeah. So considering that, you know, Trump with other countries like China, Russia, North Korea, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be pessimistic about it. Step by step, right? Yeah. Thank you, Yoko. You chose to be a strong woman. Yeah. It is so interesting how, like, I've been this way from when I was little. Like, I somehow, like, I didn't know languages or common sense when I was a toddler, but I have a good memory for some reason. Probably because I have strong emotions. Like, with emotions, you can remember well. But yeah, when I was young, like very little, I remember the feeling of not being able to speak up. Like I'm trying, like I mean, I am speaking up, but adults are talking to each other, right? And I'm there as a toddler, and I hear them talking, and I kind of understand what they're saying, so I want to join, and I say things, but because my language ability is not good enough at the time, like I couldn't say things, and they just talk talk me down as a child, and I was so frustrated. I remember that feeling. Like even in elementary school, what I didn't like about adults is that they always use like not polite sentences. You know, in Japan, there's a huge difference between like being polite and just become talking friendly, like different way of talking. So whenever, you know, I was not respected as just like them, I was like, huh, you know, I had that attitude. So anyway, トランプ大統領当選おめでとうおめでとう Yes. You know what I like about Trump is that he has this strong presence, you know. Even working at McDonald's, like he's so clean and like down to earth, and like you know that you can't mess with him. And he just has that look, and it's really good. Yeah. By the way, I posted this on X, but our Japanese TV today was talking about Trump, of course, and they were introducing the height of Trump and then the height of Barron, and then the people were like, "Whee!" Right? They did the reaction, and then they were talking about personal things. It was so funny. That's just Japanese people just like friendly aspects of people, like even politicians. So, yeah. Yeah, he's tall. It's so interesting that he's tall. Confidence man. Yeah. MMG and make McDonald's great again. Funny. Didn't anyone buy those gold Trump sneakers? Yeah. Did any of you buy? Didn't it get sold out quickly? Yeah. And different versions of hats as well. My friend was like, "Oh, we should have bought that version too. Maybe golden version was there. I don't know." I like dark Maga too. It's so funny. Man, Americans are so like flexible and I don't know, like fun. Like you guys know how to have fun. I wish our people were a little bit more like that. Let's see. Anyway, it's 4:30. Should I go? I should probably go, guys. Right? Baron 2040. Man, Baron has a good sense of like pushing Trump to go on podcast, right? Like he said that to Trump, right? So he has a good sense already. Only 18 years old. Yeah. Oh, super chat. More extra yoga. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really thankful. Seriously, this is what I do. I don't work like a normal person. I do political activities, and I get supported by people that can appreciate that. So it really helps me, and I like to buy gears. Right now, like I want to buy a new laptop or something, or like I can't live stream. I'm using my iPad right now. I wonder if I can get the fans cleaned up. But that laptop to begin with, like it can't. It was making the fan noise from the beginning. I guess it's not like strong enough. So like I don't spend my money on luxury and so on. I just use it for my gears or expense to travel around with my husband. So, yep. You are hot. Oh, really? Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting old though, so like compliments like that, it's like, yeah, thank you. Yoko tax, Yoko is swimming. Let's pretend. Yeah. What's funny about my Maga picture is that, in pictures, like you can kind of edit and, make your skin look better and so on. So like I think I had a good angle, so probably I look younger. And Asians in general, I think that when Americans see Asian people, they can't see how old we are. We probably look younger. So like probably I look very young in the Maga picture. People probably like that too. The Asian magic. Yeah, there was this Asian comedian on stage before that I've seen through a video online. The comedian was saying like, "You don't know that I'm 4,000 years old," because Asians look so young that even if we are 4,000 years old, Westerners wouldn't know. What hotels are decent in Japan? Depends on your expenses, I think. Ooh, there was a plane, so like it kind of made the connection like weird. Of course you're beautiful. Thank you. I'm not hitting on you. Thank you. Especially Japanese. The thing about Japanese people though is that, as I said before, like we have to put on a good clothes and wear a makeup. Wearing a makeup is our courtesy here in Japan. So like speaking of makeup, like it's coming off. But yeah, like when you work, it says in the rule like you have to put on a makeup. Oh, super job. Thank you so much. I am very happy about Trump winning, but I live in Washington State. Our new governor is going to spend tax dollars to go against Trump. Do you think Trump can fix blue states? Wow. Thank you so much for super chat. But that's bad news. Oh, Washington was blue? Hmm. What are you guys gonna do? What should we do? What can I do to help? It's it's wrong though to use your tax money to go against Trump to begin with, right? Like we the people picked him, right? Even the popular vote picked him. And the video of leftists that I saw, I guess it's like actresses or so, something. Like the woman was saying like basically saying things against Trump, and elections, or like she was on the line of like she was basically saying she is America and the Trump supporters are not, basically like ignoring the voices of America. What did she exactly say? Like I need to remember. No. Let's see. Who was that woman? I tweet a lot, so why is that? Wait, was it that long ago? Oh, it's unavailable anymore. It's unavailable. Hard to say. Oh, but yeah. What should we do about blue states? Only state to move more leftist election of all the states. Wait, flip to red from blue. I used to live in Washington, went to the UW, University of Washington. It sucks that it's blue. Wow. For the big state, there are no blue states. Just big cities, not that are blue. Oh, my battery is only 10%. I should probably go. 10%, guys. And probably this is like, associated with your battery of body. You guys need to sleep, so you guys need to turn to sleep mode. I'm hitting on you. You're 20, right? Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I gotta kind of change my attitude. That's what I realized recently in Japan. Like I didn't notice, but I was kind of selling my female side to people, like, hey, like, can you help me? Type of attitude. Like I don't say that, but like I guess I was expressing it using my youth. So I'm like, oh, like I called myself, wait, Yoko, you gotta know your age. 2 hours body battery. Yes, 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 you guys are sleepy, so oh, thank you. Putin is draining Yoko's battery. Yeah, it must be like cyber attack, their new technology to just swallow my battery energy. But thank you so much, guys. I ended up just talking about Japan, but by next time, I hope that there will be more information so that I can talk more, right, about Trump's policies and so on. So stay tuned. Okay. We wait until you reach 2%. No, it's too risky. I want to say good night to you. So, Russia, Russia, Russia. You also talked a lot about Trump in America today. I hope that I am serving you. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Okay. I can't schedule though for streams for now with my setting right now. So make sure that you are subscribed and hit the bell so then you will get notifications. So thank you so much for gathering. Okay, this is a weekly live stream, so I'll be back next week. Okay, so let's talk a lot. We will do the rest of this next week. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm seeing all the comments. Thank you. 皆さんおやすみなさい。ありがとう。じゃあね。Have a good night. Okay, bye.